Now at 10, we're learning more about a rescue operation at Devil's Lake this afternoon, and a Darlington teen is raising money to help those dealing with diabetes.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. A 62-year-old man from Illinois is in the hospital tonight after falling off a bluff at Devil's Lake State Park. Officials with the DNR say this afternoon they responded to a report of a man who had fallen off of West Bluff. The Baraboo Rope Rescue Team was able to bring the man to safety. He was transported by med flight to UW Hospital. Authorities have yet to say the man's condition. And new at 10, if you live in Richland County and felt an explosion last night, the sheriff's office says it found the cause. Deputies received reports of houses shaking from Allison Park through the Hub City area from the blast. They say a citizen was holding a field party and shot at 10 pounds of tannerite with a gun, detonating it all at once. No one was injured, but authorities are considering charges. They remind you tannerite is legal, but should be used properly and for intended purposes. Let's turn it over now to Dana Fulton with your first alert forecast. A chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow, Dana.
Absolutely. That rain's going to develop for us overnight. Right now, though, still quiet and calm outside. Temperature-wise, we're not really going to be too bad overnight. We're currently at 52 in Madison. Our overnight temperatures actually will hold pretty steady, close to 50 degrees. About 52 in Janesville as well. Compared to this time yesterday, we're sitting in a pretty similar spot for most of the area, plus or minus a few degrees. It's the wind speed also that's going to be picking on up. Right now in the single digits, but heading into tomorrow afternoon, we're expecting those wind speeds to hop up closer to 20 miles per hour. Some showers and thunderstorms possible for Monday. And we may see a little more rainfall for the rest of the work week too. But let's take a closer look at what's ahead with your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. Tomorrow, Wisconsin Democrats will try one last time to block the so-called lame duck laws. The state Supreme Court will hear oral arguments in a union lawsuit challenging the provisions. This summer, the Republican-controlled High Court upheld the statutes. The law prohibit Governor Tony Evers from withdrawing the state from lawsuits and required Attorney General Josh Kaul to get Republican permission before settling lawsuits. In Rock County, Beloit police say a Milwaukee man was shot early this morning. The shooting happened on the 900 block of Keeler Avenue around 5:15. The 50-year-old was a male victim. They were taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to his left leg. Police say he's expected to be okay. That incident remains under investigation. Aaron Rodgers had one of his best games of the season in a win over the Oakland Raiders. The Green Bay Packers beat the Raiders 42-24 at Lambeau this afternoon. Rodgers threw for nearly 430 yards and 5 touchdowns today. Melissa Kim will have a full recap coming up in sports in about 20 minutes. Neighbors of Blooming Grove are voicing their opinions about the proposed F-35 jets by sending postcards to the Air Force. Many of the community members that gathered today say they don't want the next generation fighter jet to be placed at Truax Field. In the postcards, they're expressing concerns and questions about what these jets will mean for the residents living nearby. Representative Chris Taylor is supporting Safe Skies, Clean Water Wisconsin in their effort to keep F-35 jets out of Madison.
These planes do not belong in residential areas. They are too loud. They will disturb, if not really ruin, some of our neighborhoods.
Safe Skies, Clean Water Wisconsin will host opportunities for community members to write postcards to the Air Force until October 24th. As Diabetes Awareness Month approaches in November, a Darlington student is raising money for a life-changing helper. Madeline O'Neill tells us why the project is getting bigger than she ever expected. Maddie?
Amanda High School senior Lexi Graham deals with diabetes every day. It's been part of her world since she was about 10 years old. This year, she's doing something special to raise awareness, and it's taking off.
It impacts everything I do.
18-year-old Lexi Graham knows a diabetes diagnosis changes everything.
I was one of those kids where you had to hold me down in the hospital to give me shots, and then I've come to find out that I have to do it for the rest of my life was a big game changer for sure.
Checking her blood sugar at least 4 times a day has gotten easier.
I can do it when I'm like half asleep.
But learning someone else's life is getting turned around is always hard,
It kind of made me sad.
especially when it's someone like 13-year-old Colton Ruff.
I've just kind of known him my whole life. He's kind of like a little brother.
Lexi and Colton have gone from sharing sugary treats
Me and Lexi are sitting in the chair eating a Pop-Tart.
to comparing tools that keep their blood sugar in check.
So I have like my insulin pen, and then like Lexi said, I got a freestyle meter.
I'd hate to say that we both have something to relate to that kind of sucks, but just like being there for him and stuff is really great.
Part of being there for him means adding one more piece of gear.
I've sold close to 300 so far.
Lexi is selling bracelets and keychains to raise money to get Colton another friendly companion.
Well, I want a black golden doodle.
Not just any dog, a diabetes dog, which can detect high or low blood sugar just by smelling saliva.
It would help a lot.
Diabetes dogs can cost $15,000 to $20,000.
Kim Haynes, Patty Taylor.
So it's a good thing the orders are pouring in.
Almost half the middle school, I feel like, has messaged me and emailed me to get bracelets. It's really awesome.
I'm excited and thankful for Lexi to do that.
So far, Lexi has raised nearly $1,000
It just makes me happy.
and wants to continue until she can change Colton's life for the better.
Thank you very much, and thanks for helping me.
You know it's going to something good.
We'll have information on how you can get a hold of Lexi on our website, channel3000.com.
What a cool story.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Maddie.
You're welcome.
In Washington, President Trump's acting chief of staff spent the morning explaining why the administration has changed their mind on the location of next year's G7 summit. President Trump announced late last night that he will not hold next June's G7 conference at his golf resort in Doral, Florida. In a tweet, he blamed the media and what he called Democrat-crazed and irrational hostility for his decision. Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney doubled down on Fox Sunday.
I think he thinks that people think it looks lousy. I think it's the right decision to change. We'll have to find someplace else. And my guess is we'll find someplace else that the media won't like either for another reason.
The president ought to be focusing not on sending a G7 to his hotel, but on what we're going to do about ISIS. When we met with the president, it was clear he had no real plan.
Mulvaney first announced Thursday that Doral was chosen for the important gathering of foreign world leaders. He also insisted there was nothing improper about hosting the summit there because the president would not earn a profit. In his tweet Saturday, Trump said Camp David is under consideration, but last week Mulvaney dismissed that idea. And new information tonight from Georgia, where 3 soldiers were killed during a training accident today at a military base. 3 others were injured. The 6 soldiers were riding in a 25-ton armored Bradley fighting vehicle like the one pictured here when it rolled into water early this morning. In a written statement, Major General Tony Agudo said, "Today is a heartbreaking day for the 3rd Infantry Division and the entire Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield community, as we are all devastated after a training accident this morning on the Fort Stewart training base." The 450 square mile base is home to 18,000 soldiers and 4,000 Army civilian workers and is responsible for training and deploying active and reserve military personnel. The military plans to release the names 24 hours after they notify all next of kin. 2 construction cranes came crashing down this afternoon in New Orleans after a hotel collapsed last week. 3 workers were killed last weekend when the half-finished Hard Rock Hotel caved in the city's historic French Quarter. 1 body has been removed, but the bodies of the 2 other victims are still trapped in the building. A lawsuit has been filed against the companies involved in the hotel's construction. Coming up on News 3 Now, it's pumpkin season, how Wisconsin orchards are doing, even those that just saw snow. And fighting hunger with each step, how a walk is benefiting local families and also bringing them together. There's a first alert traffic note to pass along. Drivers in Janesville could see delays tomorrow as emergency repairs are made to a portion of Memorial Drive. The westbound lanes of that street from Milton Avenue to Garfield Drive will be closed from 7 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. Crews will be making emergency repairs to the storm sewer system. Drivers are asked to avoid that area. A visual timeline of artifacts are teaching people what they can't learn in school. That's what organizers say today's Native American Indian Artifact Show in Monticello is all about. For its 40th year, the Badger State Archaeological Society presented the public with 90 tables of historic and prehistoric artifacts, some dating back to 12,000 years ago, when people were hunting woolly mammoths. Visitors could purchase some of the artifacts, but others were just for show. Organizers say all of the artifacts are authentic.
It's amazing just to see that stuff and just wonder, what did they use this for? What did they kill with this? How did they survive with just these tools?
If you find what you believe is a Native American Indian artifact, organizers say you can bring it to the show to identify it and determine its worth. Badger State hosts 4 shows a year, but the next one in Monticello is scheduled for October 18th, 2020. Madison area residents laced up their walking shoes to try to stop hunger today during the annual Madison Area Crop Walk. Crop hunger walks are sponsored by Church World Service all around the world. Madison's been hosting one for 35 years. 25% of proceeds go back to Dane County food pantries. The cause brings the community together.
They gather, they see each other, they see all the people who have gathered for the same purpose and are inspired by that.
Last year, Madison raised $32,000, and they hope to raise even more this year. The event also featured a raffle, music, and entertainment in addition to that walk. In news around the state, a wet year isn't stopping pumpkin patches in central Wisconsin. Helene's Hilltop Orchard in Merrill was full of people just a week after it snowed in the area.
It's amazing. The more it snowed last weekend, the more people came out. They wanted to be out in the weather enjoying something fall.
The owners of the patch say they're seeing people of all ages come out and get pumpkins. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Dana Fulton. Dana, I know you recently went to a pumpkin patch.
Yes. I popped on up to Sutter Ridge Family Farm actually and finally got some pumpkins out, trying to figure out how I can carve Penny or Thor into a pumpkin. That's my next goal, actually. Today it was beautiful pumpkin weather or apple orchard weather, whatever fall type activity you wanted to get done this afternoon. The sunshine was out and temperatures were in the mid-60s. It was really pleasant outside. A little above average for both our high and that low this morning with the cloud coverage and fog. Our temperatures didn't quite drop as much overnight. Now, a droplet track is currently quiet throughout the state, but you can see those showers off to the west as our next system is slowly approaching. The center of this low is going to pass right to the northwest of the state, so we are expecting some pretty strong winds tomorrow. Also some scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms. Behind this system right now, they are seeing some light snowfall in the plains. We're not going to deal with any snow showers, but the rain is going to come in for the start of the work week and stay for a few days. Mostly cloudy overnight with those shower chances developing by early Monday morning. If you're on the western edge of the state, likely going to have a few showers for your morning commute. The second half of the day, of course, into the afternoon, we're looking at scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Most of the heavy rainfall will stay to the north where the center of that system is going to pass, but not ruling out the chance to have a few stronger thunderstorms come to the south. Good news, no severe weather threat for us for Monday. Now on Tuesday, we're still mostly cloudy. Some wraparound moisture in the morning is going to bring a continued chance for showers, but by the afternoon, we're not looking at as much of a threat for any rain coming through. It's still pretty cloudy though and pretty breezy outside. Rainfall totals are going to land between about 1/2 inch and 1 inch total by the end of Tuesday for most of southern Wisconsin. It does look like a lot of the heavier rainfall is going to stay to the north. Now, of course, if we start to see those trailing thunderstorms, we could watch our totals climb just a little higher, but it doesn't seem like a major accumulating event. Wind speeds tomorrow, these are sustained wind speeds in the teens to low 20s. Wind gusts could get into the low 30s, so a very, very windy day for Monday. Of course, hit things down before you head off to work. Don't want the garbage can rolling down the street. Mostly cloudy tonight. Some shower chances again creeping into the western edge of the state first early in the morning, and then scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms expected really throughout the day. You'll want to keep that umbrella on hand. Later in the evening, the rain starts to die down a little bit, but we will still have a few isolated showers coming through. For Tuesday morning, that wraparound moisture brings a better chance for showers, mainly north of Dane County, but pretty much everyone expecting a chance for showers heading into Tuesday morning. Overnight low tide of about 51. That's close to where we're at right now, so temperatures are going to hold pretty steady for the next few hours as our skies become mostly cloudy and then steadily start to warm up actually through tomorrow morning. Our showers will develop and then stay with us through Monday. Plan on a high of about 59 tomorrow, so we drop back a little bit from where we were at today. A little breezy outside, but the main focus, of course, those showers and thunderstorms that will be coming through in the afternoon. Chance for showers for Tuesday, otherwise windy and mostly cloudy. Our temperatures will drop back to the upper 40s for Tuesday. And then heading into Wednesday, still mostly cloudy with a slight chance for showers for Wednesday and Thursday. By Thursday, we're expecting partly sunny skies. Notice though for Thursday and Friday, it's going to be a little cooler outside. High temperatures will be in the middle 40s. A drying trend seems to kick in for Friday and the weekend. That's the good news after all the rain. Looking ahead to next weekend, it should be mostly sunny.
That's good that it gives us kind of a perfect setup for a good weekend.
Yeah, we're
So
hoping things can kind of just lock and stay that way.
Yeah, thank you, Dana. Aaron Rodgers joining an elite club today. We've got the full post-game wrap-up next in sports.
News
Well, still no Devontae Adams for the Packers today, but they did okay without them, thanks to the late additions of Geronimo Allison and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That proved to be pretty important today against the Raiders. They're a team that hasn't beat Green Bay, friendly reminder, since 1987. Aaron Rodgers with a phenomenal day on the field. Check it out here. 3-0 Raiders. Rodgers to Aaron Jones, who apparently now is a wide receiver as well. Stunning touchdown there, 7-3 Packers. Later, Derek Carr with the ball, rolling to his right, decides to go for it, keeps it towards the pylon. Officials had to review this one. It was a fumble, according to those new NFL rules. Ensuing drive for Green Bay, Rodgers airing it out to former Whitewater standout Jake Kumerow, also known as Touchdown Jesus. Packers up 21-10 now. To the second half, Raiders trying again. Carr's pass, though, this time it is tipped by Adrian Amos into the hands of Kevin King. Defense doing some solid work today. Fourth quarter, Rodgers to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. MVS led the team with receiving with 2 catches for 133 yards. And the Packers beat the Raiders 42-24. Ken Kozrowski has a wrap-up of the game from Lambeau Field.
Well, coming into today, Aaron Rodgers hadn't tallied 3 touchdowns in a game all season long. Today, he went above and beyond. He threw to 8 different receivers for over 400 yards, 6 total touchdowns, 5 through the air. Oh, and to top it all off, he's the first Packer in the Super Bowl era to have a perfect passer rating.
I feel like this has been coming. I really do. I feel like we've been building, and I've been feeling a lot more comfortable. And Matt's been feeling more comfortable with, him calling it for me and feeling when I'm in that rhythm and when to be aggressive and when to pull back.
Shoot, he be perfect passer rating all practice and stuff. Man, we be seeing that all the time. So it's all, he the GOAT, man. That ain't no secret.
The turning point came late in the second quarter when the Packers got a gift from Derek Carr's goal line fumble, which Rodgers then turned into Jake Kumerow's first regular season touchdown at Lambeau Field.
I noticed I was leaning pretty far to the sideline, so I tried to do everything I can to stay in and touch the pylon with the ball, because I know that if you can get a piece of it, it counts as a touchdown. And, it was a great job by the rest of the guys, O-line holding it down up front, and Aaron with the great throw, like always.
The offense was able to pick up a defense that didn't really find a rhythm until late in the second half, when they pulled off a goal line stop and forced an interception in the end zone.
Yeah, we had a rough day today. We had a rough
no celebration either.
Yeah, but it's a great thing. Give us a chance to get out there and get them the ball back and let them keep that ball rolling, man. They had a lot of momentum on offense, a lot of big plays, and we were just trying to do our thing to get them the ball back, get stopped so they can get the ball and keep it rolling.
The Packers have now won their last 8 matchups against the Raiders, and they're 15-3 against AFC West teams dating back to 2002. They've got another one coming up on the schedule, a primetime Sunday night matchup at Kansas City. Reporting for News 3 Sports at Lambeau Field, I'm Ken Kozrowski.
And Matt LaFleur now with the best start ever for a Packers first-year head coach, 6-1 on the season. Elsewhere in the NFC North, Vikings in Detroit. We pick it up in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford, the short pass to Marvin Jones Jr. ties the game up at 21. Then in the second half, we've got Kirk Cousins. Play action here. Finds C.J. Ham to take the lead. And the Vikings never looked back after that. They win 42-30, now 5-2 on the season. Now the Badgers regrouping after losing to Illinois in Champaign yesterday, dropping out of the top 10 in this week's Associated Press poll. Wisconsin was previously 6th and now dropping down to 13th. Ohio State, meanwhile, jumping Clemson. They are now the number 3 team in the nation. That is where the Badgers are headed for this Saturday's game at noon. At 11 a.m. noon Eastern. Head coach Paul Chryst will speak to reporters tomorrow morning. We'll hear from him tomorrow evening. Now, number 10 Wisconsin women's soccer hosting Nebraska earlier today. First half, Claire Shea taking the free kick. The ball is loose, and Emma Jaskiniak, 1-0 Badgers. They score there. Then in bonus time, Danny Rhodes passes to Cami Murtha. Badgers win 2-0. They're 7-0-1 in Big Ten play. Finally tonight, fourth quarter of last night's Air Force Hawaii game. Rainbow Warriors quarterback Cole McDonald's pass knocked away by Grant Thiel. Now teammate Milton Bug III snags it and takes it 92 yards the other way for an Air Force touchdown. Now this was really cool and stuff like that, but take a closer look here. I just slowed down a little bit. A slow-mo look at the initial contact. Now somehow Thiel managed to control the ball, rolling on the ground, bounces off his hip, his shoulder, his leg, playing a little hot potato here. Air Force did, after all that, win the game 56-26. Just the awareness of where the ball is.
hip,
It was pretty cool.
knee, foot.
And then for his
whatever you
teammate
could
there to
do.
be able to be like, oh, wait, I think I got it, and then pick it up and run it the other way. Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't notice until you slowed it down.
No,
You
I
can
definitely was like, wait, what happened there? Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Cool. All right, we'll be right back. Thanks. So we've got a few days of rain.
A little bit of rain coming through, and it does seem like it might linger a little bit. Overnight, we're becoming mostly cloudy with showers developing by Monday morning. And Monday, plan on scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Tuesday, the chance for showers is mainly in the morning. The rest of the day, just breezy and pretty cloudy outside. Temperatures will drop back to the upper 40s on Tuesday. There is going to be a slight chance for showers on Wednesday and Thursday. Temps stay below average through the rest of the work week, though. By the end of the week, we are expecting a little drier air to move in, so that's going to lead to partly sunny skies for Thursday, Friday, and stretching into next weekend. Even though it'll be cool outside, at least with the sunshine, it'll be a little more enjoyable than with the rain when it's cool outside.
And if we haven't gone to the pumpkin patch yet, it seems like next weekend.
Next weekend might be good.
Out.
Yeah.
That's a good time to go. All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.